Hey, what's up guys? My name is Gracie, aka Gray Reads Books, and today we are doing my Reading Rush TBR. The Reading Rush, which used to be called Booktubeathon, has a special place in my heart because my first video ever was my Booktubeathon TBR in 2017. So my 3-year anniversary of Booktube is coming up on the 21st of July, so I'm really excited to make this video for the 4th time. If you don't know, the Reading Rush is a readathon that goes from July 20th to July 26th. There are 7 reading challenges and there are various social media challenges that are announced throughout the week. So yeah, very exciting. Every other year, the summer Reading Rush, I have read 7 books, so that is my goal again this year. And I will be in the car for a very long period of time during the Reading Rush, so I think that it is possible for me. So, first challenge is to read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. I was born in March. My birthstone is aquamarine, which is a light blue color. So I decided to not only pick a light blue cover, but also to pick one that has some water on it because aqua and marine, very watery sounding. I picked The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. I loved Sky in the Deep, and this is the companion novel / sequel to that. And I think Adrienne Young's writing was just so fun and really made me interested in a story I may not have otherwise been interested in. This world is very Vikings fantasy inspired. It's been a while since I've read Sky in the Deep, so I'm gonna have to read like a synopsis, a summary, because it's been a while, but I'm still really hoping I love this book just as much as the first one. The second challenge is to read a book with a title that starts with the word the with a title that starts with the word the, with the word the. Okay. Obviously, The Girl the Sea Gave Back would technically work, but since I want to read 7 books, 1 book for each challenge, I picked a different one. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I did try to start this once and I just wasn't in the mood for it. It's like a mystery where Evelyn Hardcastle continues to die until she and someone else figures out like who's killing her or something like that. And I've heard it's just really like fun and twisty, and there's like a map of the house that they're in, I think, or the grounds. So I don't know, books like that just are so much fun to me, and I think on a really long car drive, a really long car ride, it'll be perfect. The third challenge is to read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen, and I am going to go with Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King, which inspired the movie The Shawshank Redemption. If you haven't seen it, I really love that movie. Highly recommend it. It is a novella, by the way, even though the movie's like 3 hours long. It's like 100 and some pages of a book, so I don't know how that translated, but the premise behind the movie, and I'm sure the book, is a man is falsely accused of murdering his wife and is sent to Shawshank prison, and just his like experience there, and it's told in the point of view of his friend that he makes while there, who is played by Morgan Freeman in the movie. It is a long but really good movie. It is one of the Stephen King movies adaptations that I actually really enjoy. I don't know if you can see, but I do own 2 Stephen King books, and I enjoyed them slightly, but I think that Stephen King's writing is not my favorite. I don't have super high expectations because Stephen King has not been a favorite of mine in the past, but I am willing to give it a shot, and since it is so short, I thought it would be perfect for the readathon since I have some other long books in here. The 4th challenge I filmed a little clip of. So here is Gracie from the past choosing that book. Okay, so the next challenge is read the first book that you touch. So I have put 8 books in a circle around me. The Lost and Found by Katrina Leno, My Real Name is Hannah by Tara Lynn Mossy, Getting In by E. Lockhart, Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, Visible Ghosts by Robin Schneider, Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and You Don't Live Here by Robin Schneider. 6 of those books are ones that I mentioned in my mid-year book freakout tag for the last question, which is what books do you need to read by the end of the year. And then You Don't Live Here and Again are 2 books, or the most recent books I bought. So yeah. I'm gonna like spin around and then see which one I touch first. So you guys can see that. Okay. And drop. I got You Don't Live Here by Robin Schneider. I'll be reading You Don't Live Here by Robin Schneider, which is a girl who lives with her grandparents, estranged grandparents. She has to move in because I think her mom died and her father's never been around. And then I also believe it's LGBT coming out story. I love Robin Schneider's writing. She has like the best storylines. So I'm really excited for this. Yay! The 5th challenge is to read a book completely outside your house. Like I said, I'll be in the car a lot, and also I can read outside, at work during breaks, because I start my job on the first day of the reading rush and I work for 8 hours. But that's okay. I'm going to go with an arc that I need to read before the book is released, and that is I Am Here Now by Barbara Botner. This book is told in verse, so I thought that it would be very easy for me to get through and read a little bit on my breaks at work and stuff. So that will be helpful also because it is on my phone. It is about a Maisie set in the 1960s and her experience with high school and finding refuge in making art, and I believe making new friends because she has a tough home life. So the cover is really, really pretty, and I'm just really excited because I've started getting a lot more arcs lately and it's making me happy, and I'd like to actually get through some and review them so that I continue to get arcs. The 6th challenge is to read a book that is a genre that you want to read more of. When I was looking for books, I was thinking either sci-fi or fantasy because those are my like least read genres, and my issue with them is that I either love them or I hate them. I have literally a whole shelf like this size that is almost full of unread fantasies. So that is part of the reason I want to read more, is just to get them off my physical TBR list. So I chose between a bunch of those fantasies. I ended up going with The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. This is a book about siblings who are gravediggers, and there are apparently bodies that don't stay dead, and they are called the Bone Houses, but I don't want to read much more of the synopsis than that. So I think it's a little horror, gory fantasy, but I don't know. It sounds cool. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. The 7th and last challenge is to read a book that is set in a continent where you do not live. I live in North America, so obviously there are 6 other continents I could choose from. I decided to go with What Elephants Know by Eric Dinerstein. This book is in the point of view of elephants in Nepal, which, if you don't know, is in Asia, which is not North America. I think Asia is probably my least read of all the continents except for Antarctica, but I don't know of any books that are set in Antarctica, honestly. But I'm really excited for this book. My aunt actually gifted me this after she read it when she was here last Christmas, and I'm pretty positive it's a middle grade and the text is large. It's pretty short, so I'm hoping that it'll kind of even out my semi-large books that I chose and be a quick one. Those were the 7 books that I plan to read during the reading rush. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means so much to me. Most of you, I think like 80% of you aren't subscribed, so it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye!